Close your eyes, breathe in slowly, and let the air carry you far away. The world is quiet, so quiet you can almost hear the heartbeat of the earth itself. Long before the hum of cities, before the roads and the towers, before words were spoken or written, the land lay open and endless. Mountains rise in the distance, their peaks cloaked in drifting mist. Rivers cut through valleys like silver threads, and forests sway gently in the early light. Everything moves slowly. Everything waits. A figure moves through the tall grass. Her steps are soft, careful, bare feet brushing the morning dew. She does not know her own name yet. She does not know the word human. But she feels. She feels the soil, the wind, the pulse of life around her. The air smells of earth and rain. Birds call to each other in soft, unfamiliar melodies. A distant thunder rumbles across the horizon, a voice older than memory itself. She pauses, raises her face to the sky. A small smile touches her lips. The sun warms her skin. Light spills over the land, painting trees, stones, and rivers in gold. This is the beginning of awareness, the first curiosity, the first sense of self. Time moves differently here. A day can last a lifetime. A breath can hold a century. Each step is careful, each glance deliberate. She notices a stream nearby. Water flows clear and cold over smooth stones. She kneels, dipping her hands in. The current murmurs secrets she cannot yet understand, and yet a part of her knows. She belongs to this world, not above it, not apart, but within it. Sunlight warms her back as she rises. Animals move through the forest quietly, sensing her presence yet ignoring her. She watches a deer pause at the edge of the trees, its breath misting in the morning air. The first lesson begins. Life is patient. Life is careful. Life is sacred. She strikes two stones together for the first time. Click, click, click. A small spark appears. She stares, mesmerized. The sound of stone meeting stone echoes softly. In that moment, she does not know it yet, but she has begun to shape the world. Evening comes slowly. Shadows stretch and lengthen. The sky turns pale orange, then deep purple. Stars begin to appear, scattered across the vast darkness. The wind moves gently, brushing her face. She sits near a cave. Her eyes follow the constellations. Night smells of cool stone and smoke, though no fire burns yet. The forest breathes around her. The sounds are gentle. The rustle of leaves, the distant cry of a nocturnal animal, the whisper of the wind through tall grass. She hums softly, a sound without words, but full of rhythm, full of life. It echoes inside the cave walls, bouncing back as a quiet companion. Days pass slowly. She learns the patterns of the land, the ways the animals move, the cycles of sun and rain. Her hands grow strong and nimble, picking fruits, breaking branches, shaping tools. Every motion is deliberate, every thought careful. Sometimes she sits quietly by the river, watching reflections ripple on the water. Sometimes she lays on the grass, feeling the warmth of the sun, listening to the earth's heartbeat. The night comes again. Moonlight glimmers across the land, casting silver shadows over trees and stones. She feels the world breathing around her, and she breathes with it. She discovers fire for the first time. Not a great flame, but a small spark from rubbing stones together. It surprises her. It warms her. It illuminates the cave's walls. The shadows dance and twist, telling stories before language existed. The days stretch into months. She watches the seasons change. Leaves fall, rivers freeze, snow blankets the earth. Life continues, patient and relentless, and she continues, learning, observing, living. The seasons change slowly. Rain falls softly, pattering on the leaves, and the rivers swell with silver light. She watches, fascinated, as water shapes the land, eroding stones, carving valleys, creating a rhythm older than memory. She gathers fruits, berries, and roots, learning which are safe, which give life, which can harm. Her hands are careful, nimble, moving in harmony with the earth. Every motion is a conversation with nature. Every choice carries meaning. The animals teach her too. She observes the deer, the rabbits, the birds darting through the trees. The way they move, pause, and react becomes a silent lesson in patience and awareness. She learns to listen, to watch, to feel the land beneath her feet. Her first shelter is simple, yet sacred. Branches bent, leaves layered, stones piled. Inside, the cave smells of earth and moss. She sits quietly, listening to the wind's song, through cracks in the rock. Night arrives gently, and with it comes the soft rhythm of dreams. Some days, she walks with others, figures emerging from the forest like shadows. They speak no words yet, but their actions form understanding. One lifts a hand, pointing to a berry bush. Another mimics the strike of flint against stone. Slowly, gestures and sounds become their language, a tapestry of shared knowledge and trust. The first fire is born again and again, small sparks from stones, carefully nurtured until the tiny flame grows. Its warmth is comfort, its light is revelation. Shadows dance on the cave walls, and for the first time, stories are told, not with words, but with shapes, with gestures, with flickering light. Days and nights continue, each moment an exploration, a lesson. She observes clouds drifting, winds bending the trees, rivers running relentlessly to the sea. The stars above guide her, patterns repeated in the sky, mirrored by the life below. She learns to craft tools. A sharpened stone becomes a knife. A stick becomes a spear. A bundle of reeds forms a basket. Each creation extends her reach, her understanding, her presence in the world. Occasionally, she rests by the river, watching reflections ripple across the water. Sometimes a fish darts by, its scales catching the sunlight like a tiny sun. She smiles softly, for in this moment, she is not just a witness. She is part of the story itself. The tribe begins to gather more frequently. Simple rituals emerge. Hands circle, touch, guide. Eyes meet and hold. The rhythm of life in the group becomes steady, comforting. Laughter, soft, warm, floats through the forest, an invisible thread connecting them all. Night deepens. The fire flickers low. The cave walls glow faintly. Above, the stars shimmer, countless and patient. She lies back, listening to the wind, to the river, to the animals settling for the night. Her breath matches the earth's pulse. Her heartbeat blends with the quiet of the world. And slowly, almost imperceptibly, a thought emerges. I am here. I exist. I belong. The dawn will come again. The sun will rise, painting the world in gold. She will walk, observe, and learn once more. Each day is a repetition, yet never the same. Every moment is fragile, precious, and fleeting. This is the dawn of humanity. Not loud, not sudden, but gentle, patient, enduring. A world of slow discovery, of quiet wonder, of life learning to know itself. The wind whispers through the trees. The river hums over smooth stones. The animals settle for the night. And somewhere, a human being dreams. The earth listens. The stars shine. And humanity begins its long, endless journey. The sun rises slowly over the horizon. Golden light spreads over valleys, rivers, and forests. Birds awaken with soft calls, echoing across the land. The world is quiet, yet alive, and you feel its heartbeat beneath your skin. In this new day, life moves deliberately. Humans walk softly over grass, over stone, barefoot, feeling the earth in every step. Hands reach for berries, roots, and herbs. The first meals are simple: a fruit, a root, a handful of nuts, each bite nourishing both body and mind. A small fire burns at the edge of the cave. Smoke curls upward, disappearing into the blue sky. The flame is a companion, a teacher, a protector. It warms their bodies, lights their paths, chases away the cold and the unknown. Life is not easy. Each day requires careful attention, patience, and skill. The hunt begins slowly. Figures move through the forest like shadows, eyes sharp, muscles ready. The wind carries scents and sounds, and every step must be measured. A herd of deer appears in the distance. The tribe watches silently. Spears are held lightly, yet ready. The first lesson is learned. Patience is more powerful than speed. Observation is more valuable than noise. Sometimes the hunt is successful. The meat nourishes the body, but the lessons nourish the mind. Each tool, each movement, each strategy teaches understanding of animals, of land, of life itself. Other days they gather berries, nuts, roots, mushrooms. Every choice is careful. Every decision matters. The earth provides, but only to those who listen. Children, small, curious, quick, follow silently, learning without instruction. They watch the hands of elders, mimic the strike of flint against stone, feel the warmth of fire, the coolness of the river. Knowledge flows gently from one to another, a river of understanding without words. The tribe shelters together in caves, under branches, or in small clearings wrapped with leaves and bark. The spaces are simple, yet safe. They are homes, not walls. Inside, laughter is quiet, rhythmic, comforting. Evenings are calm. The fire flickers. Shadows move across walls. Stories are told without words. Gestures, movements, sounds. A shared language of memory and imagination. Clothing is made from hides and furs. Hands shape, cut, and bind, creating warmth and protection. Every stitch is a thought. Every wrap a sign of care. Life follows cycles. Sunrise and sunset mark the hours. Rivers rise and fall. Rain nourishes. Sun strengthens. Each day brings lessons, repetition, growth. The stars above become teachers too. Their patterns guide travel, hunting, and understanding. The moon changes shape slowly, its phases mirrored in the rhythms of life below. Sometimes, nights are quiet and still. The tribe lies together, breathing with the earth, listening to the soft sounds of the forest. The wind, the water, the distant animals, all are part of the same story. Through every day and night, humans discover tools, strategies, and small joys. A sharpened stone, a bundle of reeds, a carefully woven basket. Each is a triumph, a connection to the world, a rhythm of understanding. In this quiet, deliberate life, time is slow. Every moment carries weight. Every breath matters. Every glance, every movement, every small action is part of a larger story, the story of life learning, of humans understanding their place in the great living earth. The sun sets, shadows deepen, Stars emerge in countless numbers, reflecting in pools of water, on stones, on leaves. The night is calm, protective, infinite. The tribe settles. Bodies rest. Breath matches the pulse of the land. The fire burns low. The wind whispers through the trees. And you, listening, drifting, feel the slow heartbeat of the Stone Age, the gentle rhythm of life unfolding. Patience, observation, connection. The first humans understand the earth, and through them so do you. Morning rises slowly once more. The forest awakens in soft shades of green and gold. Sunlight drifts through the leaves, touching stones, streams, and the faces of those who move quietly below. Hunting begins with patient observation. A group gathers near the riverbank. Eyes scan the surroundings, ears tune to every sound. Branches snap softly underfoot. Leaves rustle in whispers. Every movement is measured, deliberate, careful. They follow tracks in the soft mud. Tiny impressions of deer hooves, rabbit paws, bird claws. Each track tells a story. The hunters move slowly, matching the rhythm of the forest, their hearts beating in quiet anticipation. When a herd of deer appears, the moment stretches. A soft signal, a hand lifted, a glance exchanged. Communication without words, instinctive and precise. They move as one, shadows blending into the trees. The first throw of a spear is gentle yet exact. The hunt is a dance, a conversation with life itself. When successful, the spoils are shared carefully. Meat is divided among all members. Nothing is wasted. Bones become tools, hides become coverings, sinews become cordage. The forest teaches efficiency, patience, and respect. Other days are for gathering. Berries, roots, and nuts are collected with gentle hands. They observe the land, the plants, the small creatures. Every choice, every step, every collection is made slowly, in rhythm with the natural cycles of the earth. Children imitate and learn. Small hands reach, touch, observe. Elders guide without words. Gestures passing knowledge silently, gracefully. A child watches a basket being woven. And in the quiet, the first lessons of creation are learned. Evenings bring rest, reflection, and stories. The fire flickers, shadows dance. Gestures, hums, and soft chants emerge. The first social rituals, unspoken yet binding. Hands meet, touch, and guide. Eyes connect, understanding forming without speech. Nights are long and calm. The sky shimmers with countless stars, reflecting in still water and polished stones. Moonlight moves slowly across the land. The tribe sleeps, breathes, and dreams. Every inhale matches the wind. Every exhale matches the forest's pulse. Days blend into nights, seasons shift, and life continues with deliberate grace. Every step, every task, every interaction is part of the rhythm of the Stone Age. Through all this, humans understand something profound. Life is not separate from the land. They are part of it, threads in the great web of existence. Every act, from striking stone to gathering berries, connects them to the eternal cycle of growth, decay, and renewal. And slowly, as night deepens, the forest grows silent. The fire burns low. The tribe rests together, safe, warm, and connected. You, listening, drifting, feel the slow, gentle rhythm of the Stone Age. The patience, the care, the awareness. The first humans discover life and their place in it, and through their eyes so do you. The wind whispers, the river hums softly, the animals settle, and in the quiet, life flows endless and gentle, as it has since the dawn of humanity. Night descends slowly over the forest. The sky darkens to deep indigo, and stars begin to shimmer like distant, patient eyes. The world feels quieter, softer, yet alive with the hum of unseen creatures. Humans huddle together, cold and alert. They remember the shadows, the rustle of predators, the danger of darkness. And then something magical happens. A spark leaps from flint to stone. A tiny flame shivers in the cool night air. Its light is fragile, yet insistent. The first humans gaze at it, curiosity mixed with awe and a touch of fear. The fire grows slowly, nurtured with twigs, leaves, and dry grass. It warms the body, yet it does more than that. It illuminates the dark. It pushes back the unknown. It becomes a companion, a guide, a teacher. Around the fire, shadows dance on the walls of the cave. Figures sit close, hands reaching toward the warmth. Stories emerge, told through gestures, sounds, and glances. A shared language begins to form, inspired by the flickering light. The first rituals of community emerge. Food changes too. Meat is roasted over the fire, transforming flavor, texture, and nutrition. Grains and roots are cooked slowly, turning them soft, digestible, sustaining. Every meal becomes an act of care, of attention, of survival. Children watch, wide-eyed, fascinated. They learn by observing, by feeling the warmth, by smelling the smoke, by seeing the transformation of raw ingredients into sustenance. A lesson is learned. Fire is both friend and teacher, requiring respect and patience. Nights are no longer only for sleep. They become a time for gathering, for reflection, for connection. The tribe circles the fire, sharing warmth, sharing presence, sharing life. The stars above reflect on the water. The moon moves slowly, casting silver light. The fire's glow complements the night, turning shadows into soft companions. The humans listen to the crackle of flames, to the distant calls of nocturnal animals, to the wind weaving through the trees. Every spark carries meaning. Every flicker, every glow is a lesson. They learn to add fuel carefully, to tend the flames without panic. Fire is a bridge between life and the unknown. Seasons change. Winters are cold and long. Summers bring abundance. Through every cycle, fire persists. A constant, gentle presence. It protects. It nourishes. It inspires. The tribe moves together with purpose. Fire is carried from one shelter to another. Its glow a symbol of continuity, of connection, of human ingenuity and care. The first songs hum quietly in the night, echoing the rhythm of the flames. Evenings stretch into hours. Silence and sound blend. The crackling fire speaks without words, its warmth comforting, its light mesmerizing. Life unfolds slowly, deliberately, attentively. The first humans discover more than warmth and safety. They discover that fire teaches patience. Fire teaches observation. Fire teaches care. It binds them together, illuminating both the world around them and the human heart itself. When sleep finally comes, they lie close, the fire shrinking to embers. Its glow lingers softly, like a gentle reminder. Life is fragile, but it can also be nurtured. The earth listens, the wind hums, and humanity dreams alongside the fire, forging a connection that will endure for millennia. Morning drifts slowly over the horizon. A soft mist hugs the valleys, and sunlight glimmers on the dew-kissed leaves. The forest stirs gently, and life begins anew. Humans awaken in their shelters, feeling the cool earth beneath their bodies, the warmth of the fading fire in the corners of the cave. Every movement is slow, deliberate. Every breath matches the rhythm of the earth. Hands reach for simple tools. Stones carefully shaped, sharpened edges glinting in the dawn light. A piece of flint becomes a knife. A pointed rock transforms into a spear. A carefully crafted hammer bends to their will. These tools are extensions of the human hand. Each one carries knowledge, patience, and care. They are not just objects, but bridges between intention and action. With these stones, humans shape the world. Hunting begins as usual. The group moves quietly, tracking the movements of animals. Spears are held lightly, arrows prepared. Every action is deliberate, measured. Patience is rewarded. The forest teaches observation, timing, and respect. Some days are for gathering. Hands brush through grass, pull roots from the earth, collect nuts from the trees, berries from the bushes. Every choice is thoughtful. Nothing is wasted. Nature's bounty is respected. Tools are used in every part of life. Stone knives cut meat and plants. Scrapers clean hides. Hammerstones crush nuts, shape wood, and carve. Every movement is precise. Every creation is a lesson. Children imitate their elders, learning the rhythms of life. They watch the careful shaping of stone, the gentle tending of fire, the delicate balance between patience and action. Knowledge flows naturally, passed from hand to hand, eye to eye. Shelters are maintained with care. Branches are woven, leaves layered, stones positioned. Each task has rhythm. Each action has purpose. Life is deliberate, slow, connected. Every sunrise brings new lessons. Evenings are quiet. The fire flickers softly in the cave. Shadows dance across the walls. The tribe gathers together. Simple rituals emerge, unspoken but binding. Hands meet, touch, guide. Eyes connect. Stories are told without words, in gestures, in light, in movement. Stone tools extend human reach and imagination. They allow cooking, carving, building, creating small marvels that sustain life and curiosity. Every tool carries the story of its maker, of time spent learning, shaping, and understanding. The forest hums with life. The river flows endlessly. The wind whispers through the trees. Humans live in harmony with the rhythm of the land. Every step, every breath, every heartbeat is measured, attentive. Night approaches gently. The fire is tended, embers glowing softly. The stars emerge, countless and patient. The moon casts silver light on the resting figures of the tribe. Sleep comes slowly, deeply, and peacefully. In this slow, deliberate life, humans discover themselves and their place in the world. Stone tools are not just instruments. They are lessons, companions, guides. They connect humans to the earth, to each other, to the flow of life. And as the night deepens, the forest listens. The wind hums. The river sings softly. The first humans dream. They dream of stone and fire, of hands and earth, of life moving slowly, deliberately, eternally. Morning light filters softly through the trees. The air is cool, scented with earth, leaves, and the distant water of the river. The forest hums with quiet life. Birds call softly, and small creatures rustle through the underbrush. Humans rise slowly from their shelters. Their movements are deliberate, attentive, connected to the rhythm of the land. They gather tools, sharpen stones, prepare spears and baskets. Every action is thoughtful, a quiet ritual in the dance of survival. The hunt begins. Patience is key. The forest teaches observation. Eyes scan for tracks, ears listen for whispers of movement. Hands touch the earth, feeling its subtle signals. A herd of deer appears in the distance. The hunters move carefully, as shadows blending into the trees. Every step is calculated, every breath measured. Communication is silent but precise. Gestures, glances, subtle shifts in posture. The hunt is not only a pursuit of food. It is a lesson in patience, teamwork, and harmony with the world. When the hunt succeeds, care and gratitude follow. The meat is shared among the tribe. Nothing is wasted. Bones become tools, hides become clothing, sinews become cordage. Every resource is valued, every lesson remembered. Other days are devoted to gathering. Hands reach into bushes, roots are carefully dug, berries collected with care. The cycle of life is observed and honored. Every choice is thoughtful, every action deliberate. Children follow quietly, learning by watching, imitating, participating. Tools aid in every step. Stone knives cut, scrapers clean hides, hammerstones crush nuts and shape wood. The hands of humans and stones move together, creating a rhythm of cooperation, skill, and understanding. The tribe moves with the seasons. Summer brings abundance. Winter brings scarcity. The forest dictates the flow of life, and humans follow its cues, moving in harmony with the cycles of nature. They rest when the sun is high, travel when the day is gentle, and sleep when the night is deep. Evenings are quiet and reflective. Fires are lit, embers glowing softly. Shadows dance across walls and trees. The tribe gathers, sharing warmth, presence, and life. Stories are told without words, in gestures, in flame, in movement. Rituals emerge naturally, silent, meditative, binding. Children absorb the rhythm of life. They watch the elders' hands and eyes learning the dance of survival. The lessons of the hunt, the lessons of gathering, become part of their being. They learn patience, observation, care, and respect. Night deepens, and the forest grows still. The river hums softly, wind whispers through the trees. The fire burns low, its glow a gentle companion. Humans lie together, breathing in unison with the earth. Their bodies warmed, minds calm. Through every day and night, the rhythm continues. Hunting, gathering, tending tools and fire, resting and observing. Life is deliberate, slow, harmonious. Every action connects humans to the earth, to each other, and to the eternal flow of life. The forest listens. The wind hums. The water moves steadily, endlessly, and in this quiet, meditative existence, humans discover not only survival, but connection, rhythm, and understanding. Sleep comes gently, deeply, as the tribe rests. The lessons of the day linger softly in dreams. The careful strike of a stone, the quiet step of a hunt, the gentle gathering of nature's bounty, all merges into a slow, eternal rhythm. And as the night deepens further, the first humans, and those who follow them in spirit, drift into dreams. Patience, harmony, care, and awareness guide them. Life flows slowly, deliberately, endlessly. Morning rises gently over the landscape. Mist drifts across the valleys and streams, and the first soft light touches the earth. The forest hums quietly with life, and the tribe begins its daily rhythm. Humans awaken in their shelters, built with care from wood, stone, and leaves. Each structure is shaped to protect, to comfort, to create a safe space for sleep, rest, and community. Shelters are simple yet functional, woven into the landscape with awareness and respect. The crafting of shelters is a shared task. Branches are selected carefully, stones gathered thoughtfully, leaves layered to keep warmth in and moisture out. Each task is deliberate, rhythmic, patient. The community works together, hands moving in unison, learning from one another, teaching through gestures and shared effort. Some members focus on fire maintenance. Small embers are carefully nurtured, ensuring warmth throughout the night. Others tend food stores, arranging roots, nuts, and gathered berries, so that they remain accessible and safe. Children observe, helping in small ways, absorbing the knowledge and rhythm of communal life. Social structures begin to emerge naturally. Tasks are divided, but fluidly. Care is shared, responsibility distributed. The tribe functions as a living organism, every individual a necessary part of the whole. Coordination and cooperation are essential. Meals are communal. The fire burns, smoke rising slowly, carrying the scent of roasting meat, softly cooked roots, and simmering broths. Hands pass food carefully, eyes meet in silent communication. Gratitude expressed in gestures, in shared glances, in the quiet rhythm of giving and receiving. Evening brings reflection and ritual. Fires glow softly in the center of the shelters. Shadows dance on walls and stones. Stories emerge, gestures exchanged, sounds hummed. The tribe shares memories, lessons, and observations. From the day's hunt, from gathering, from tending tools and fire. Children learn through observation and imitation. They watch carefully as elders shape stones, weave leaves, tend fire, and manage the daily flow of life. Every task teaches patience, focus, and awareness. Every gesture carries meaning. Every movement contributes to the rhythm of the community. Rest is an essential part of life. The tribe sleeps close together, bodies warmed by proximity, hearts aligned with the natural flow. The shelter protects, comforts, and nurtures. The wind hums outside, the river flows, and the forest listens. Night deepens, and the fire glows low. The tribe rests in harmony with the earth, learning to trust the shelter, each other, and the world around them. The lessons of the day linger in dreams. How to weave leaves, shape stones, tend fire, observe the forest, communicate silently, cooperate seamlessly. Through every day and night, the cycle continues. Shelters are maintained, fires tended, food gathered. Children learn, adults teach. The community grows in understanding. Life flows slowly, deliberately, in harmony with nature. The forest is quiet, yet alive. The wind whispers through the trees. Stars reflect in the river, endless and patient. The tribe sleeps, minds calm, hearts steady. They are safe, warm, connected. Through these simple shelters, humans discover more than safety. They discover trust, cooperation, patience, and harmony. They learn that life is nurtured through attention and care, through shared effort and quiet observation. And as night deepens further, the tribe drifts into dreams, connected to each other, to the land, and to the eternal rhythm of life. Morning light drifts gently over the land. Soft, golden rays touch the forest floor, illuminating leaves, stones, and the rippling river. A quiet hum rises in the air, the subtle rhythm of life awakening slowly. Humans begin their day with small movements, stretching limbs, adjusting posture, touching the earth, listening to its soft pulse. The senses awaken to light, sound, and texture, a gentle prelude to ritual and expression. Music emerges first as sound. Hands strike stones, hollow logs, or clapping palms. The rhythm is slow, deliberate, meditative. Voices join softly, humming low tones, echoing the whispers of wind, the babble of water, the rustle of leaves. Even without words, meaning is conveyed. Emotion, connection, and attention flow through each sound. Dance begins as movement. Feet tap lightly, bodies sway, arms rise and fall. Movements are intentional, mirroring the rhythm of sound. Shadows of dancing bodies stretch across stones and trees, light and dark weaving together in harmony. Even children participate, moving freely, learning rhythm, coordination, and social connection. Rituals mark the passage of time. The rising sun, the full moon, the first frost, the harvest of roots and berries. Simple ceremonies honor the land, the animals, the water, and the fire. Gestures and sounds, firelight and stone, bind the community together, strengthening social bonds and collective memory. Expressions are more than survival. They are teaching, sharing, and remembering. Stories are told through gestures, sounds, and the rhythm of body and voice. Hunts, births, and important lessons are passed along, without the need for written language. Through repetition, observation, and participation. Evenings are gentle and reflective. Fires glow low, embers flickering softly. Music continues in quiet, meditative tones. Sometimes just a single note. Sometimes the gentle harmony of multiple voices and stones. The tribe gathers around the fire, listening, participating, absorbing the rhythm. Art emerges naturally. Stone and charcoal leave marks on cave walls. Shapes of animals, humans, abstract patterns, telling stories of survival, observation, and imagination. Hands move deliberately, leaving traces of presence, a connection between the self, the community, and the world around them. The night deepens. Music slows, movements soften, gestures fade. Fires burn low, shadows mingle with starlight. Humans sit quietly, breathing in unison with the earth, their senses tuned to subtle sound, movement, and light. Through ritual and expression, the tribe learns patience, awareness, and cooperation. Music, dance, and art nurture memory and creativity. They teach care, focus, and empathy. Every song, every movement, every mark connects humans to each other and to the eternal rhythm of life. Children fall asleep near the warmth of the fire, hearing soft drumming and low humming. The patterns of sound and movement echo in their dreams, shaping perception, understanding, and connection. Adults rest with calm minds, bodies softened by rhythm and presence. The forest listens. The river hums. The wind whispers through the trees. Stars shimmer above, infinite and patient. The tribe sleeps, surrounded by music, ritual, and expression, dreaming of connection, rhythm, and harmony. And as night flows deeper, humans rest, immersed in the gentle rhythm of the earth, learning, dreaming, and expressing themselves through the slow, deliberate art of life itself. Morning light drifts gently over the land. Soft, golden rays touch the forest floor, illuminating leaves, stones, and the rippling river. A quiet hum rises in the air, the subtle rhythm of life awakening slowly. Humans begin their day with small movements, stretching limbs, adjusting posture, touching the earth, listening to its soft pulse. The senses awaken to light, sound, and texture, a gentle prelude to ritual and expression. Music emerges first as sound. Hands strike stones, hollow logs, or clapping palms. The rhythm is slow, deliberate, meditative. Voices join softly, humming low tones, echoing the whispers of wind, the babble of water, the rustle of leaves. Even without words, meaning is conveyed. Emotion, connection, and attention flow through each sound. Dance begins as movement. Feet tap lightly, bodies sway, arms rise and fall. Movements are intentional, mirroring the rhythm of sound. Shadows of dancing bodies stretch across stones and trees, light and dark weaving together in harmony. Even children participate, moving freely, learning rhythm, coordination, and social connection. Rituals mark the passage of time. The rising sun, the full moon, the first frost, the harvest of roots and berries. Simple ceremonies honor the land, the animals, the water, and the fire. Gestures and sounds, firelight and stone, bind the community together, strengthening social bonds and collective memory. Expressions are more than survival. They are teaching, sharing, and remembering. Stories are told through gestures, sounds, and the rhythm of body and voice. Hunts, births, and important lessons are passed along, without the need for written language, through repetition, observation, and participation. Evenings are gentle and reflective. Fires glow low, embers flickering softly. Music continues in quiet, meditative tones. Sometimes just a single note, sometimes the gentle harmony of multiple voices and stones. The tribe gathers around the fire, listening, participating, absorbing the rhythm. Art emerges naturally. Stone and charcoal leave marks on cave walls. Shapes of animals, humans, abstract patterns, telling stories of survival, observation, and imagination. Hands move deliberately, leaving traces of presence, a connection between the self, the community, and the world around them. The night deepens. Music slows, movements soften, gestures fade. Fires burn low, shadows mingle with starlight. Humans sit quietly, breathing in unison with the earth, their senses tuned to subtle sound, movement, and light. Through ritual and expression, the tribe learns patience, awareness, and cooperation. Music, dance, and art nurture memory and creativity. They teach care, focus, and empathy. Every song, every movement, every mark connects humans to each other, and to the eternal rhythm of life. Children fall asleep near the warmth of the fire, hearing soft drumming and low humming. The patterns of sound and movement echo in their dreams, shaping perception, understanding, and connection. Adults rest with calm minds, bodies softened by rhythm and presence. The forest listens. The river hums. The wind whispers through the trees. Stars shimmer above, infinite and patient. The tribe sleeps, surrounded by music, ritual, and expression, dreaming of connection, rhythm, and harmony. And as night flows deeper, humans rest, immersed in the gentle rhythm of the earth, learning, dreaming, and expressing themselves through the slow, deliberate art of life itself. White heavy checkmark, Bumetnal part 7 Yaklasik 20.000 Karakter Uzunlagunda ve Wikuya Wigun Ber Anlatim Siglandi. Ritual, Ilkal music, Dawn ve Toplaluk ICI Ife Dite Landarildi. Meditative ve Yavas Tempo Karundu. Verse and Rocky Bolam. Part 8. Hunting Stories and Knowledge Sharing. AV Deni Imleri ve Bilgi Aktarimi. Toplaluk ICI Ogrimi ve Cultural Hafiza. Wikuya Wigun. Uzun ve Sakin Anlatim. Hedef 20.000 Karakter. Baslayalim mi? Sunu Didin. Slayalim chat. Harika. Crescent Moon. Ozaman Part 8. Hunting Stories and Knowledge Sharing, E. Jesse Yoras. Bu Bolyaman Odak Noctilari. A.V. Deni Imleri V.E. Goslimler. Bilgi V.E. Bessarillaran Toplaluk Isand Actarilmasai. Cultural Hafiza V.E. Ogranmi Rituelary. Meditative Wikuya Wigun Anlatim. Hedef Yaklasik 20.000 Karakter. Part 8. Hunting Stories and Knowledge Sharing. Morning light spills softly across the landscape, touching leaves, stones, and the flowing river. The forest hums with quiet life, and humans awaken slowly, deliberately, tuned to the rhythm of the earth and their surroundings. The day begins with reflection. Hunters recall previous journeys, observing the paths of animals, noting the subtle traces left in mud, grass, and leaves. Knowledge of the land, of seasons, of the movements of prey, resides in memory, passed down slowly, carefully, attentively. Stories of the hunt emerge in conversation, soft words or gestures accompanying the retelling. The tribe listens, learning not only the methods, but the patience, observation, and timing required for success. Each tale is a lesson, each observation a guide. Tools are prepared slowly, deliberately. Flint is sharpened, spears inspected, baskets checked. Every action is infused with awareness, and every hunter carries not just tools, but experience, intuition, and shared wisdom. The hunt begins with subtlety. Movements are slow and deliberate, matching the rhythm of the forest. Eyes scan for tracks, ears listen for rustles. Hands touch the earth lightly, feeling vibrations, textures, and signs. When an animal is located, the approach is careful. The group coordinates silently, gestures passing instructions without sound. Patience guides every step. The connection between humans, tools, and the land becomes seamless, fluid, and mindful. Once the hunt concludes, gratitude follows. The prey is shared thoughtfully among the community. No part is wasted. Bones, sinews, and hides are repurposed. Every piece is valuable, every action considered. Through these moments, cultural memory grows, and knowledge passes from one generation to the next. Children observe quietly, learning through sight and subtle guidance. They see the careful preparation, the measured steps, and the silent communication between elders. Lessons of survival, patience, and respect are absorbed naturally, becoming part of their being. Evenings are devoted to reflection and teaching. Fires burn low, smoke drifting slowly into the night. Hunters recount details of the day, emphasizing observation, care, and awareness. Gestures, demonstrations, and stories intertwine, forming a rich tapestry of practical knowledge and cultural memory. Music and rhythm accompany the stories. A soft drum, tapping of stones, or quiet humming enhances attention, meditation, and focus. Every sound reinforces connection, grounding the listeners in presence, rhythm, and awareness of life's patterns. Shelters are maintained, tools cared for, fires tended, but the heart of the evening lies in shared understanding. The passing of knowledge is deliberate, patient, and meditative. It strengthens community bonds, teaches attention to detail, and instills respect for life, land, and fellow humans. Night deepens, and the fire burns low. Humans rest, bodies warmed, minds calm, hearts aligned with the natural rhythm. Dreams are infused with lessons, stories, and observations, softly embedding knowledge, patience, and awareness. The forest listens quietly. The river hums endlessly. Stars shimmer above, infinite and patient. Humans sleep, connected to each other, to the land, and to the flow of life. Each heartbeat, each breath, each dream strengthens memory, skill, and the subtle dance of survival. Through hunting, storytelling, and shared experience, the tribe learns harmony, attention, and cooperation. Every observation, every retelling, every careful movement becomes part of the living cultural memory. Slow, deliberate, patient, the rhythm of life continues, guiding humans through the cycles of day, night, and the seasons. And as night deepens further, the forest, the river, and the wind continue their quiet song. The tribe rests, immersed in the gentle lessons of the hunt. Morning sunlight spills gently over rocks and trees, casting soft patterns across the forest floor. The air is cool, the river flows quietly, and humans awaken slowly, attuned to the rhythm of the land. Hands reach for pigments, charcoal, and tools. The body moves deliberately, carefully, as colors are mixed from minerals, clay, and soot. Every movement is measured, meditative, infused with attention. Even the simplest stroke carries intention, awareness, and care. Walls of caves, rocks, and tree bark become canvases. Shapes emerge slowly: animals, human figures, abstract symbols. Each image tells a story, preserves memory, or communicates wisdom. Observation guides creation. The curve of an animal's back, the ripple of water, the sway of leaves in the wind. Art is not mere decoration. It is a connection, a bridge between humans, the land, and the unseen. Every mark reflects attention, patience, and respect. The rhythm of creating mirrors the rhythm of life itself. Slow, deliberate, mindful. Children watch quietly, absorbing every gesture. They see elders shape forms, blend pigments, and leave impressions. Through observation, imitation, and gentle guidance, knowledge and creativity pass from one generation to the next. Learning becomes natural, embedded in action and awareness. Symbols carry meaning. Simple marks communicate seasons, hunting patterns, water sources, and lessons learned through observation and experience. Each line, curve, and dot becomes part of the living memory of the tribe. Stories unfold in silence, in rhythm, in repetition, connecting humans to one another and to the eternal patterns of nature. The community gathers around works of art. Discussion is soft, gestural, reflective. Hands point, eyes follow, minds absorb. Stories are told without rush, without noise, allowing thought and imagination to drift slowly, comfortably. Nature is a teacher, an inspiration, a companion, observing the flight of birds, the rustle of leaves, the patterns of rivers. Humans find guidance in rhythm, form, and movement. Art becomes a mirror of life, a meditation on survival, beauty, and harmony. Evenings bring quiet reflection. The fire burns gently, embers glowing in slow pulses. Art continues in soft, meditative rhythm. Children trace shapes in the dirt, elders refine images on stone. All movements deliberate, careful, and mindful. Music, soft humming, and the tapping of tools accompany the work. The community participates in gentle rhythm, learning to synchronize attention, motion, and sound. Every action, every observation strengthens connection, awareness, and harmony. Night deepens. Stars shimmer above, reflecting endlessly in the river. The forest breathes softly. Humans rest near fires, bodies warmed, minds calm. Dreams are infused with shapes, symbols, and patterns, embedding memory, understanding, and appreciation of nature's flow. Through art and symbolism, humans cultivate patience, observation, and empathy. Each image becomes a lesson, a meditation, a story shared. The rhythm of life continues. Observe, create, reflect, share, and rest. Slow, deliberate, mindful, connected. The forest listens. The river hums. The wind whispers through trees. Humans sleep, minds attuned to patterns, shapes, and rhythms. Their hearts aligned with the eternal flow of life. As night deepens further, the tribe rests, immersed in the gentle rhythm of art, symbols, and connection to the earth. Dreams merge with memory, observation, and imagination, preparing each soul for another day of harmony, creativity, and quiet presence.